love scenes. Whisper lips and lipstick black, distance stitched along my back. Tension floats in tailored air. Midnight wears me like a dare. Concrete velvet walk the line, minimal but so defined. Luxury that chills the skin. Fashion speaks from deep within. Nothing loud but all is said. Urban grace and muted thread. Texture moves like whispered rain. Silhouettes too sharp to name. Structure speaks in subtle codes. Balance in the way it flows. Echo follows every turn. Glass reflections never burn. Power needs no voice or sound. Presence floating, style unbound. Concrete velvet walk the line, minimal but so refined. Luxury that chills the skin. Fashion speaks from deep within. Nothing loud but all is said. Urban grace and muted thread. Concrete velvet walk the line, minimal but so refined. Luxury that chills the skin. Fashion speaks from deep within. Nothing loud but all is said. Urban grace and muted thread. Frost on lips, no words to speak. Frames of silence, sleek and chic. Steps in rhythm, glass below. Lines are sharp, the tempo slow. Red tones but loud intent. Distance cut from cold cement. Elegance in static air. Precision dressed in silver glare. Wrapped in chrome and velvet light. Minimal but dressed in Hight. High above the city's hush. Cool and distant, never rushed. Glass and shadow, ice refined. Luxury and motion redefined. Luxury and motion redefined.
games. Pulse beneath the city light. Lines converge in frozen flights. Shadows blend with urban grace. Canvas holds a timeless face. Steel and silk in perfect flow. Luxury that's cold as snow. Minimal yet so divine. Fashion's art in every line. Chill and charm, a sleek ballet. Night's design in bold display. Traced on shadow walls, crystal clear but never warm. Presence cold, a quiet storm. Cold as snow, minimal yet so defined. Fashion's art in every line. Chill and charm, a sleek ballet. Night's design in bold display.
Whisper through the city lights, sleek and cold. Chase the shadows, stories untold. Side on satin, silver and black. Craft the silence, never look back. Float on beats like liquid ice. Breathe in style, precise, concise. Glow with edge, minimal and clean. On the night, the urban sea. Dressed in luxury, flawless and bold. Rule the room with grace untold. Move like whispers in the ion gleam. Live the fashion, chase the dream. Flow like velvet, smooth and slow. Touch the sky with a muted glow. Hold the silence sharp and true. Wear the night like haute couture. Step into shadows crisp and bright. Feel the pulse of the luxury night. Dance in elegance, cold and free. Fashion music, the key to be.
Shimmer the midnight in a tailored line. Whisper elegant, sharp and refined. Glide past reflection, shadows collide. Pulsing the rhythm where star won't hide. Carve out the silence with a neon glow. Trace every moment, cool undertow. Slip in the textures, sleek and precise. Dance with the city's quiet device. Float on the edge of the urban chill. Frame every movement, flawless thrill. Hold the allure of the frozen night. Glow like diamonds in low lit light. Echo the steps on a polished floor. Blend in the shadows, crave for more. Craft every angle with meaningless grace. Slide through the scene in timeless space. Shifting the vibe where the cool tones play. Lift every moment, drift away. Breathe in the silence, crisp and new. Strike the pose, sleek and true. Freeze the frame in luxurious cold. Wear the story untold. Stand in the calm where fashion gleams. Own the night, living dreams.
Slip into shadows, sleek and refined. Glide past neon where the stars align. Balance cool tones on a midnight street. Shape the silence with a steady beat. Whisper elegance with every move. Craft the moment, nothing to prove. Hold the space, Minalella star. Dress the night like a work of art. Freeze the time. poetry untold. Rule the night, chic and gold. Dancing lines, urban design. On the vibe, fashion fine. Famous style, crisp and clear. Shine alone, no need to steer. Flow through nights with subtle flair. Live the lux beyond compare. Drifting monochrome, sleek and pure. Trace the edges, sharp and sure. Float through halls of glass and steel. Shape the silence you can feel. Chase the pulse of neon gleam. Build the dream within the dream. Hold the moment calm and cold. Wear the story yet untold. Strike the pose, so still refined. Blend the lines of space and mind. Catch the vibe, both smooth and bold. Rule the night, fashion cold. Cut the fabric clean and bright. Slide beneath the city light. Glow with grace, a quiet storm. Dress the night in perfect form. Flip the script to modern art. Flow with beats that pierce the heart. Turn the page with style pure. Live the edge of the obscure. Seal the night with polished gleam. Freeze the vibe inside a dream. Fade away but still uphold. End the tale of fashion cold. Trace the edge edges sharp and clean, floating lines that lie between. Catch the calm of neon glow, hold the space where secrets flow. Freeze the moment, sharp and bright, just the dark in velvet light. Move like silence on the street, rule the night in cool retreat. Freeze the moment, sharp and bright, just the dark in velvet light. Move like silence on the street, rule the night in cool retreat. Shift the shadows with a glance, where the beat of rhythm dance. Shape the style meaningless, feel the pulse of urban mist. Lift the funk, a smooth cascade, ride the wave, the night's parade. Hold the cold, refined and pure, live the fashion, sleek allure. Freeze the moment, sharp and bright, just the dark in velvet light. Move like silence on the street, rule the night in cool retreat. Freeze the moment, sharp and bright, just the dark in velvet light. Move like silence on the street, rule the night in cool retreat. Fade away with lux intent, stay the chill elegant. Own the space, the midnight groove, feel the fashion, sleek allure. Freeze the moment, sharp and bright, just the dark in velvet light. Move like silence on the street, rule the night in cool retreat. Whisper through the velvet night, clean with edges sharp and bright. Trace the lines of sleek design, slide into the modern shrine. Hover where the shadows blend, craft the cool without an end. Shift the shapes in perfect flow, glow beneath the city's glow. Flow on beats that softly call, rule the space, control it all. Where the silence crystal clear, own the night with no fear. Cut the air with subtle moves, build a mood that never proves. Fold the space in moneyless grace, hold the line, no time to waste. Lean into the cool refrain, ride the wave of urban rain. Catch the pulse that never dies, feel the beat behind your eyes. Fade into the endless scene, seal the look, the perfect sheen. Walk the edge with silent pride, in the night where dreams collide. shadows, cell lights cut through the night. Smoke drips slow in muted light. Canvas stretch with perfect form. Echo moves in shapes reborn. Glide like shadows in drift through lines of silver thread. Cast the glow where angels tread. Trace the edges sharp and clear. Slip in silence, draw them near. Hold the calm of velvet nights. Weave the dreams of city lights. Frame the moment, crisp and cold. Breathe the style that breaks the mold. Strike the pose with frozen grace. Wear the chill, perfect face. Rule the night with sharp design. Own the look, the sleep divine. Cut the air with crystal lines. Fold the shadows into signs. Move like whispers on the breeze. Feel the cooling moment seize. Glide through streets of glass and steel. Catch the pulse you barely feel. Lift the beat, minimal flow. Turn the night to silent glow. Fade away in looks disguise. Seal the look with ice cold eyes. Step into the midnight air. End the show with style rare.
Glide through shadows like silhouettes align. Trace cold reflections, sharp edges define. Hover in silence, minimal precise. Craft every detail, a flawless device. Slide on the rhythm, urbane and refined. Catch every gaze, a rare state of mind. Hold the cool distance, untouched by fire. Breathe in the calm of luxury. Strike the pose, crystal clear and bold. Wear the night, fashion's ice cold gold. Rule the runway, cold elegance flows. Own the moment, the male age glows. Shift with intention, smooth lines, no haste. Lift every angle, pure form and taste. Weave through the city, stark beauty revealed. Move in the silence, the lux is unslay. Then pose, crystal clear and bold. With a day, fashion's ice cold gold.
Neo so refined, blend in the funk where shadows unwind. Lean into softness, yet sharp as a blade. Dance with the light that luxury made. Fade into whispers of cool urban grace. Live in the moment, no need to chase. Stand in the cold where fashion is king. Where the silence let the cold bells ring. Glimmer lights flicker on a steel cold street. Weave through shadows where the silence meets. Craft every moment sleek and restrained. Flow like a whisper, cool and unchained. Float on rhythms sharp and clean. Trace the outlines of a silent dream. Hold the edge where the night unfolds. Slip through spaces, elegant and bold. Shine like glass in the urban frost. Freeze every second, no moment lost. Dance in lines so precise and pure. Rule the night with a look demure. Rule the night with a look demure. Slide past reflections in mirrored halls. Build quiet empires with no loud calls. Blend in textures soft and cold. Move like secrets silently told. Breathe in the crisp air so rarefied. Shift in the flow, body aligned. Lift the veil on a minute night. Strike the pose poised in moonlight. Freeze this moment sharp and chic. Where the silence bold mystique. Stand in the glow of cold fashion's art. Own the city, a masterpiece is hard. Shine like glass in the urban frost. Freeze every second, no moment lost. Dance in lines so precise and pure. Rule
smooth, so rare. Paint the air with flair and care. Move in silence, crisp and bold, where the story's never told. Shine like steel in urban light, with the looks the perfect night. Hold the gaze detached and cold. Spin the tale, both new and old. Sway with rhythm, cool and tight. Walk the line of endless night. Step beyond the usual hue. Feel the fashion, crisp and true. Dance in silence, sharp and free. Echo of luxury's decree. Move in silence, crisp and bold, where the story's never told. Shine like steel in urban light, with the looks the perfect night. Whisper through the midnight haze, glide on streets of chrome arrays. Trace the angles sharp and clean. Catch the pulse of urban sheen. Slap beneath the neon glaze. Breathe in quiet, cool malaise. Frame the night in subtle tones, wear the silence on your bones. Shine like diamonds in the frost. Hold the chill, no moment lost. Move with elegance, so cold. Own the night, the story told. Float through corridors of glass, spinning shadows as you pass. Feel the beat beneath the skin. Build the calm from deep within. Blend the funk with velvet groove. Lift the sound, smooth moves approve. Drift in sleek, minimal lines. Craft the style where fashion shines. Shine like diamonds in the frost. Hold the chill, no moment lost. Move with elegance, so cold. Own the night, the story told. Fade away in luxe repose. Stay the cold where beauty flows. Live the dream, the high fashion. Feel the beat and frozen passion.
Footsteps echo, silver dreads, angles drawn in ivory tones, midnight walks in monochromes. Tesla soft, but voices still. Elegance is how you feel. Shadows drip from diamond light. Nothing breaks this perfect night. Cold as marble, smooth and deep. Style that never has to speak. Urban stillness, clean and tight. Luxury that fades the light. Motion slow yet speaks control. Minimal is dressed in soul. Velvet thoughts behind the glass. Tension stitched in every pass. Details whisper louder now. Silhouettes don't ask you how. Frosted lips, unspoken names. Patterns shift in quiet flames. Nothing wild, but nothing plain. Cool as carved from hidden Cold as marble, smooth and deep. Style that never has to speak. Urban stillness, clean and tight. Luxury that fades the light. Own the silence, own the space. Every move is monochrome grace.
Whisper through the midnight glow. Slide on edges sharp and slow. Glide in silhouettes refined. Trace the lines of quiet mind. Reach the heights where silence speaks. Feel the pulse beneath the sleek. Turn the cold into desire. Hold the flame of hidden fire. Strike a chord, minimal and clear. Weather calm that draws you near. Blend the night with steel and light. Rule the runway on the night. Catch the breath of urban grace. Dress the night a timeless face. Flow with beats that softly hum. Frame the scene where shadows come. Breathe the air of polished dreams. Dance inside the neon beams. Lift the veil of gold design. Move with
dark where no sound is found. Stretch the limits of style and time. Sync with the beat sublime. Divine.